welcome to Dawn. I'm so excited that you are joining me in this moment, whether it is the beginning of your day, it's the middle of the day and you've managed to find some time for yourself, or we're at the end of the day and everything's closing down and you've just found a quiet space to reconnect with God. I'm just excited that we can be together in this moment to create this space, to create an opportunity to meet with God and hear from God and hear what He's saying. To you personally, I love that God is a personal God. And every time we hear something, we read something, we converse with our community, with our family, He's speaking and He wants to speak to you and He wants to speak to you today. I get excited a lot. So like I said, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to speak to you. But I get excited about a lot of things a lot of the time. And one thing that sometimes gets put hand in hand with excitement can be disappointment. When we get excited about things, I feel like everything just gets built up. For me, especially, my expectations skyrocket. I imagine and dream of the incredible thing that whatever it is could be. And then sometimes when it doesn't go the way that I anticipate it going, my expectations versus reality, to put it in another way, I'm a bit gutted. And sometimes I'm a lot gutted at the fact that it doesn't go the way that I wanted it to go, and I end up disappointed. Even though what happened was incredible still, I end up disappointed. And I feel like what happens to me in those times when I get really excited about something, my expectations versus reality, is that I've placed a lot of myself on something. I've placed a lot of my hope in something that isn't steady, it isn't consistent, and I've put myself in a place where I'm going to be disappointed because what I've put it in is something that I'm not in control of, or the thing doesn't have my best interest at heart. We're about to go into a song today called Hope of the Ages, and I absolutely love this song. This song talks about the gospel of Jesus, and you might be listening to this video being like, I'm intrigued. What is the gospel of Jesus? I just clicked on this video because I like the thumbnail and here I am. Or maybe you're like, oh yeah, I know this gospel thing. Well, I love the gospel story, and if you know it and you've encountered the gospel story, I'm pretty sure that you're going to love it too. And it's just the story of Jesus and what God did through Him for us, for me and for you. Sending His one and only Son to die an excruciating death, and 3 days later raising up from the dead, and for us, for me and you, as He died on that cross, everything that we've done in our life, the sin, the separation from God, Jesus stood in the place of that. He took that on so we could live in relationship with God right here and right now. But I feel like sometimes when we talk about the gospel, we talk about that part where Jesus stood in our place, and it's incredible, absolutely mind-blowing, and a lot of us can't get our heads around it. But then sometimes we forget the fact that not only that, but He raised from life, defeating death, and that He's coming back again. There's a promise in the gospel of Jesus coming back again, and for us to be able to live in eternity, we've got a future with God. In the song Hope of the Ages, it says that this gospel, it will never be tainted and it will never be broken. And I love that, because like I was saying, expectations versus reality, being put in positions of disappointment, I'm sure you can name a couple of times that someone or something has disappointed you. And it happens time and time again. Whereas this story is consistent. This story is forever. This story is for me and you, not just now, but in the future as well. This story is a story of God's promise that will never be tainted and will never be broken. We don't have to be disappointed in this gospel message. And it says in Hebrews 13:8, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I love that. I love the fact that every time I meet with Jesus, every time I speak to Him, every time I pray to Him, every time I thank Him, He's the same. And I feel like in a time that we live in, that is such a needed thing. It's so hard to find a place or a space that is true and consistent, and that's who Jesus is. And that is the hope that he gives us. We can have hope in Jesus, and maybe today you're struggling for hope. I want to encourage you to have an encounter with Jesus and pray to him, open a Bible and search and look and meet him. Maybe speak to someone. Email us at hello@light.church if you want to know more, please. There's this beautiful quote from C.S. Lewis, and it says, "Hope is one of the theological virtues. This means that a continual looking forward to the eternal world is not, as some modern people think, a form of escapism or wishful thinking, but one of the things a Christian is meant to do. It does not mean that we are to leave the present world as it is. If you read history, you will find the Christians who did the most for the present world were just those who thought most of the next." I love this because as a Christian, it's so incredible that we don't just have a future here now in this present, but we have an eternal future. Like I said, Jesus is coming back, and that's incredible that we get to look forward to this future. But because of that hope and that ability to look forward, we get to do so much right here and right now. And I want to encourage you to maybe dig into what God's put in front of you, that the fact that there's things right here and right now that we have, because we've got the hope of eternity, we have things that we are capable and able to do right now. It says in Mark 10:27, Jesus looked at them and said, "With man, this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God." There's a lot going on in the world at the moment, and like I said, disappointment is probably like just around the corner for a lot of us. But I want you to go into this song, and I want you to, in the bridge it says, "Sing hallelujah." I want you to be reminded and remember who we're putting our hope in. What are you putting your hope in? Is it like me sometimes when I get really excited about something, I put a lot of myself into something that I know isn't going to sustain or care for me or has my best interest? No, we want to put our hope and ourselves in Jesus. So as we go into this song, in this moment, in this day or in this week, I want you to be reminded to put your hope in Jesus.
to sing hallelujah. Christ is my Redeemer, and shout hallelujah. And Jesus holds our future, and sing